Hi guys, today we are going to make a color wheel, or we're actually going to make two color wheels because that is what this activity requires you to do. I'm going to share my screen with you guys now, and I'm going to walk you through the steps for creating a basic color wheel. Now the directions ask you to begin with a triangle, and this triangle, what it is going to do is it's going to link the three primary colors together. There are only three primary colors. It asks you to place yellow at the top, blue on the left angle, and red on the right angle. It asks you, the directions ask you to label each color that you make as being either primary, secondary, or tertiary. And so we're going to begin with our primary colors. We have primary yellow at the top. We'll have primary blue here on the left and primary red on the right. Now, we're going to fill these in with paint, and then we're going to also create secondary colors with paint. So I'm going to go ahead and establish those places where I want those secondary colors to go. Secondary colors are created whenever we mix together any two primary colors. So if I mix together primary yellow with primary red, I'm going to get a secondary color. It's going to lie right in between these two primary colors, the parent colors, if you will. So when we mix primary yellow with primary red, it makes a secondary orange. That's the color we get. And I'm going to go around the wheel and I'm going to add the three secondary colors. So when I mix primary red with primary blue, I'm going to get a secondary purple or violet. Secondary is the classification. It is a secondary color. When I mix primary blue with primary yellow, when those two colors come together, they make a secondary green. Now that is just, we're about halfway there. We're about halfway there. I'm going to go ahead and fill these in with paint. I'm going to be mixing my secondary colors as I go. And then we're going to have some fun by creating the 6 tertiary colors. So I'll begin at the top with some yellow. I'm just stirring in some yellow paint now. I already know that I need yellow to make orange, and I also need yellow to make green. So I'm going to mix some yellow into both of these dots as well. I'm going to rinse my brush out, and I'm going to move on to blue next. I'm going to go ahead and fill in this dot here with my primary blue. And I'm going to add a little bit to this dot because I know in order to make purple, I'm going to need blue. And to make this green over here, I'm going to need to stir in some blue as well. I don't want to put in too much though. The blue will quickly overpower that yellow. So just a little bit of blue to get your green. Oh, that's lovely. Okay, now I'm going to make my primary red, and I'm going to then stir some into this dot right here to get that secondary purple color that I've labeled that dot as. So let me get some more red and stir that together. Oh, that looks brilliant. Very nice. Okay. Like I said, we're halfway there. We have established, oh wait, I didn't make orange. I've just got 2 yellow dots there. Let me get some more red. Let's go this direction and stir that red into this yellow. There we go. Now I have orange. Now we're going to make all of our tertiary colors. I love tertiary colors. They're so interesting. They go between each of these dots that we already have mapped out. So in between yellow and orange, we're going to create a tertiary color, and it is called yellow-orange. The primary color name always goes first. Yellow-orange. And we get yellow-orange when we mix yellow with orange. The next tertiary color we're going to create will be called red-orange. It's a tertiary color. And so on. We'll go around the entire wheel. We're going to have a red-purple It's a tertiary color. Don't forget to label it. Primary color name goes first. That's important. Here we have a blue purple. It's also known as indigo, by the way, blue purple. Oops, that's supposed to say tertiary. Tertiary color. I need to label it first and then put its name, blue purple. There we go. I've got just two more. I need a blue green, tertiary blue green. Now these are all the really fun colors that we tend to give nicknames to, like teal or turquoise or lime green, but they have actual names. Tertiary colors do. They're more scientific. Tertiary, and this one is yellow green. And now we're going to mix them up. All right, so I'm going to begin at the top with yellow. And I'm going to be adding yellow to this dot and to this dot, to the yellow green and to the yellow orange. Now I have to achieve a color that is in between yellow and orange. But I can do that because I am going to mix up a lovely orange and I'm going to paint that into my yellow dot. And that is going to make a very nice yellow orange. And now what I need is to make a very nice green so that I can add green. Oh my goodness, that's so pretty. Add some green to my yellow green dot so that this tertiary color, it needs a little bit more yellow. I think it's a little too green. Let me try adding just a smidgen more yellow there. Brighten that up. There we go. All right. I'm going to make my red orange next because I've already created a very nice orange. And I'm going to add some orange to this dot first, and then I will mix in some red. Put my orange there. Stir in some red, and I should get a really nice red orange. Oh, that's beautiful. All right, moving right along. What is next? I'm going to need to mix some red with some purple. So let me add some purple to this dot. And then I'm going to brighten it up with some red. So much mixing, right? Mixing and then cleaning my brush. There we go. That is a beautiful red purple. I love it. Scooting right along, I'm going to add some purple to the next dot, and then I'm going to stir some blue into it to get my blue purple. Right. Oh, just one more to go. Blue green. Let me add some green to this tertiary color and stir some blue in on top. That is gorgeous. Look at that blue green. So this is part one. There are 3 parts to this assignment. You're going to make your traditional color wheel with the 3 primary colors, these 3 secondary colors, and all 6 tertiary colors. You'll label each color as being either primary, secondary, or tertiary, and then you'll also include that color's name. It is very important that your colors go in order. That's really important. This is a graphic organizer. So it needs to be organized. All right, now step 2 is, you get to be a little bit more creative with step 2. You're still going to be making a color wheel. I'm not going to draw the whole thing because we know now how to make a color wheel. So the second version of your color wheel, it needs to follow the same order, of course, meaning that you're going to start with yellow at the top, and you're going to arrive at red here at this angle and blue over here. Of course, keep your secondary colors in the right place, is in the correct order, and your tertiary colors as well. But here you're going to make it as creative as you want. So I always enjoy, and I've done this many times with my students, I like to think of a fun theme like food, fun foods. So maybe for yellow, maybe I will draw a banana because bananas are yellow. Maybe for red, I will make a red apple or strawberry. Blue, there's not a whole lot of blue foods. Of course, we have blueberries, but they're a little bit more purple, aren't they? So I don't know, maybe I'll make a cupcake. Now, I am certainly not saying that you have to do foods. You get to make it, you get to create this one however you want. This creative color wheel, you do your thing. I'm just giving you an idea. Maybe you want to draw cat faces and color, draw how many colors are there? 12 cat faces, and color each one a different color of the color wheel. That's totally up to you, however you want to approach this this portion of the activity. And then there is also a written response that you need to include. Okay, this particular assignment is 3 parts. There's a written response that you have to write as well. Don't forget that part. Okay. Well, I certainly am looking forward to seeing these.